We're gonna get started with this look right here. This isn't really done, I just did the eyeshadow just to kind of see what it would look like on one eye. I felt really inspired by the upcoming fall season, and even though in Florida you don't get fall, it's pretty much summer all year round except for like January and February. Those are fall, our fall months. But I'm so inspired by the fall season that's coming up. Call me basic, I don't really care, but I love everything about the fall season and the holiday season that's coming up. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this. The palette that I'm using today is the Kat Von D Serpentina palette, and I absolutely love this palette. I love the colors that are in here, and it's a little bit dirty because I just used it. But this is the palette. And you can see the color on it, and it is beautiful. And it comes with this little container of pigment, and it's like a gold pigment. And this, I will be using this as well today. And I'm using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion to prime my eyelid. To set the primer, I'm actually going to use a translucent powder, and I'm using the NYC Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder, and this loose face powder or translucent powder I use normally as it is. I wanted to exclusively use this palette, so that's why I'm using my translucent powder to set my primer. After I've set my primer, I'm going to go take my Morphe M441 brush, and I'm going to dip it into this color Bloodmilk, and this is just a matte red color. And then what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to go into my crease, and I'm going to sort of create a V shape like I did here, like a wing shape, and do it on this side. So I'm just going to start and blend this in the crease area. And here's where I want to do that V shape, the wing. And you can tell over here it's kind of a sharper wing, so I'm going to actually clean that up later on. But I wanted to get the best shape that I could first. I'm going to take my Morphe M443 brush, and I'm going to take some of this color Queen and put it on the brush. I'm going to put this right in the outer V area. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this flat shader brush, and I'm going to go into the color Hieroglyph and just pack it onto the brush really good. Now with this color, I had a lot of fallout. I had a lot of fallout with several of these colors, but they're really, really pigmented. I'm just going to put it right in the center of the lid. And then I'm going to take a pencil brush. I'm going to take this pencil brush from Sonia Kashuk, and I'm going to take the color Medusa and just put a little bit onto the brush. And then what I'm going to do here is kind of just lightly put it on the first third or the inner third of my eyelid. And this is just to create a base for the pigment that we're going to put on. Then I'm going to take the same pencil brush, and I'm going to take the pigment from the palette, and this color is called Prophet. I'm just going to take my pencil brush and dip it into the pigment, just go right over the Medusa color. And then after I've put the pigment on, I'm going to go back and put a little bit more of the Hieroglyph color right onto the center because I want the Hieroglyph color to really stand out. So I'm going to go right back over it and kind of just blend. Now that I've done that, I'm going to kind of go back and go with that brush that I used the color Queen on and just kind of go over this a little bit to kind of blend it. And then go back again with Bloodmilk in the crease just to kind of make sure everything's blended. And then I'm going to take a smaller crease brush and I'm going to take the color Ankh. Going to take the color Ankh, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just kind of put a little bit of color right on the outer V, just to kind of give it that nice deep fall color, that autumn color. And I know that this seems really repetitive, but after I do this, I'm going to go back in with the color Hieroglyph, just so that I'm not covering up Hieroglyph on the lid. I'm going to take care of all this fallout here, and then I'm also going to clean up the outer V part. So I kind of even them out just a little bit, just so that one does not look too pointy than the other. But I really like how it turned out. I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of the face before I do the rest of the eyes. And today I am using the GNC Vitamin C Moisturizing Cream. For foundation, I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation, and this is in the shade 3.0. I've kind of started using concealer, so I'm going to go in with this Maybelline SuperStay Better Skin Concealer. With my e.l.f. bronzer palette, I'm going to take this color right here. For highlight, I am going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in the Sun Dipped kit. And I think I'm going to, I'm not really quite sure, I think I might just take Summer, or I do have my first ever highlighter, and that's Laura Geller. So I can't really decide if I want to do that or use something from the Glow Kit. I think my original idea was to use the Laura Geller, so I think I might just do that. For blush, I'm going to use Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in the color Rose Champagne. So we're going to go back into the eyes and pretty much finish up the eyes for good. So for the eyes, I'm going to take this small crease brush that we had used for the really dark color Ankh, and I'm just going to go to the bottom part right here. I'm going to take this pencil brush and then do the inner third. I'm going to take this brush that we used for the color Queen and go back over with that dark color that we had. And then last but not least, we're going to take that brush that we used for the color Hieroglyph and go to the middle. And that's that for the lower lid. I'm going to do my wing liner really quick and then I will be back. I just went ahead and just put on some falsies, put on the liner, finished up the eye look basically. Oh, and one more thing. I used ColourPop's cream gel liner in the color Best O, and I just kind of put it on my waterline in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and just do a setting spray onto my face to kind of set everything. The setting spray that I'm using is the Scandinavia Makeup Finishing Spray. So I'm pretty much done here. The only thing that's left to do is lips. And I have two options. They're both Kat Von D's Everlasting Liquid Lip. One of them is this color Exorcism, and this is a really nice berry color, I think. I don't know if this would be too much for this, or if I wanted to just go sort of neutral and do bow and arrow, because I have so much going on in the eyes. Let's try bow and arrow first and see how that goes. This is with the color Bow and Arrow, and I think I kind of like it. It puts more focus onto the eyes because I have so much going on with the eyes here. But I'm kind of curious to see what Exorcism will look like. Let's just see what it looks like. I think I actually really like it with this lip color instead. It kind of gives it that really nice vampy feel to it. I love it. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in with me today. I hope that this gives you inspiration and that you enjoyed this look just as much as I did and in preparation for the fall season. And thanks so much for watching. Tune in with me next time. And if you like this tutorial, make sure you press the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for future videos, and I will see you later. Hello, frog.